All right, so we've got a slightly different angle today. My camera's actually playing up and I figured I would just do it here. As you can tell by the title, I have a ton of exciting news that I want to talk to you guys about. I guess this is kind of like a little life update, and this is probably the biggest life update I could ever possibly do. It's safe to say that a lot has happened this year in 2024, and it's only going to get crazier in 2025. So first announcement, I guess I should say, is that my fiance Rachel and I got engaged a couple of weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen pictures of us and stuff already, but if you didn't, then now you know I am engaged, which is super cool. Obviously, we moved in together a few months ago in September. We have our own house together, but also the biggest announcement that I can now, I feel like, safely share with you without, potentially something going wrong is that in April 2025, we are due to have our first child. It's going to be a baby girl, which is super exciting. If you know me personally, you know that being a dad is something that I've wanted to be my whole life, ever since I kind of realized in a way what it meant to be one. I remember even when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a dad. And honestly, that is just homage, I guess you could say, to how amazing my dad was with me, how great both my parents have been with me my entire life. I'm very lucky to have an amazing family. I've got my mum, my dad, my twin brother and my sister, and it's your sort of perfect nuclear family setup, and they've showed me what it means to be great parents and to always be there for your children, me and my siblings. And I cannot wait to do the same thing, and to do it with the love of my life is the greatest gift that I could have possibly been given. I do actually have my personal channel, I guess you'd call it, linked in the description of all these videos. And for the last 5 years, I've uploaded 6 birthday videos for Rachel. Initially, it was instead of a birthday card back in 2019. I thought I'd make a little video, and it became a tradition where I'd make a video every single year. And at the end of the most recent one, on the 2nd of December 2024, I cut the video off in suspense with me about to open the ring box to ask the question. So yes, it was her birthday, her and her twin sister, because she's also a twin, and that's one way I feel like her and I can relate on so many levels that a lot of people just simply can't. We had our family over for the day, and then at 5 p.m. the video dropped. We watched it together. I was so nervous. I was sweating. My heart was pounding. She asked if I was okay. She thought I was unwell. She thought I was sick, but no, I was actually preparing to ask the question that I suppose every little boy dreams of asking one day. I was in no doubt that she was going to say yes, so it wasn't like I was nervous as to whether or not that was the case. But my goodness, I did not expect to be as nervous as I was, and to show it so physically in terms of, how my body was reacting. I was so nervous, and I don't even know why. But yes, it was also late August, early September when we found out that she was pregnant. If you didn't watch my update video when I returned to YouTube back in September, the reason that I initially went on a break from the channel was because we found out that she was pregnant back in May, and unfortunately we went through a miscarriage, which was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It was absolutely heartbreaking, and no one thinks about it. No one, when you first try for a baby or get pregnant, thinks that a miscarriage is even really a possibility. But it isn't until you have one that you realize how common they are, and then you talk to people around you and they all know someone that's had one or has, for example, had one themselves, and they are a lot more common than you'd expect. And until you have one, you're not worried at all. You're just super excited. But now, this second time, when we found out again in late August, early September, we were pretty worried, pretty scared that something might go wrong. But we're getting very close to the point where that is just not going to be an issue. We had the 20-week scan a couple of days ago, and she's doing wonderful. She's getting very active these days. She's punching and kicking and kneeing, and yeah, if she's not an MMA fighter when she grows up, I don't know, she'd be missing a trick because she doesn't stop. I don't think I'd be the type of dad that would want to see his little girl in the ring, however, so I'd be cool with that. So yeah, it's been a very up and down year. I started the year living at my parents' house whilst trying to sell my old place, and now I'm ending the year engaged with my first child on the way in our own house. And I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier with how everything in my personal life is going. Obviously, my comeback video where I explained where I was gone was the first one back for a few months, so a lot of you might not have seen it, so that is why I had a break over the summer. We were going through a pretty rough time, I'm going to be honest, but now, since moving here and getting into the swing of making videos, I mean, you've seen the uploads on the channel. I've been enjoying it a lot more, and it's only going to get better going into 2025. So as this is a big update video, let's get into the YouTube streaming endpoint side of things. Now, I include endpoint in there because I've been doing a lot of work with them lately, and I've been really enjoying it. I went down to Sheffield to film a bunch of stuff for them and CEX. Tons of fun. By the time you've watched this video, I will have already been to the Endpoint Christmas party, and there's also some exciting things in the works with regards to me and Endpoint and working on more content together. But also, I did try and do a stream over on Twitch. I tried streaming some Fortnite, and I think the day is finally here. I've had this PC since just before, I think, or just after we reached 100,000 subscribers in March 2017. And I haven't changed a single part of the PC since, I think it might have been February, I can't remember, February or March. It's been nearly 8 years since I've had this PC. It was top of the range at the time, but now it's just... it can't really cope. It certainly can't stream Fortnite, and I really love that game. And I want to do more live content as well with Endpoint, and this PC just simply can't handle it. So whether it's in December or going into the new year, I haven't quite decided yet. I will be getting a brand new PC, and then I will be able to stream more, because I've always wanted to stream more, but certainly in these last couple of years, the stress it puts on my PC just isn't worth it. I can't get the output that I want. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to. However, I've been looking at PCs. Obviously, overclockers are a big partner with Endpoint, and I've got my eye on one that I think will do the job just perfectly. And, you know, maybe I can have that PC for another 8 years. I mean, I never like to change things. I don't upgrade things unless absolutely necessary. And I think, you know, I bought the PC, and the person that helped me build it, shout out to Quemsy, the OG. I doubt he's watching this video, but if you know him, you're a real OG. He recommended all the parts to me and said it'd be good for me for 5 years, and I've managed to squeeze another 3 out of it. So that's pretty impressive. So 2025 is going to be a big year. I mean, I did see yesterday on Twitter, Rocket Leaks or Rocket Store, they do their little leaks, and they teased that Alpha Boost would be coming to the item shop on the 10th anniversary of Rocket League in July, which it's just not going to happen, but like, imagine. Hopefully in 2025 we see trading come back, but if not, rest assured I will still be doing stuff I enjoy. I've been sort of really enjoying Rocket League gameplay a lot more, where trading isn't in the game and hasn't been in the game for a year now. I've been kind of forced to play the game more, and I feel like I'm getting pretty good. Like, I'm actually getting okay, to the point where I feel like I could stream ranked ones. How crazy is that? Nevertheless, that is going to do it for this update video. I just wanted to talk to you about it because there's so much going on in my life, as you heard in this video, but I can't wait for the year 2025. I will be still making loads of content because I love it. It's my passion. It has been since I was 12 years old. In fact, my YouTube 14-year anniversary is coming up in January, which is mental. And then, of course, to go back earlier on, my first child will be born in 2025. pickapixel will be here, and what a journey that's going to be. With regards to getting engaged and getting married, I'd imagine we'll probably wait until the year 2026 because of everything that's going on in 2025. But still, to go into the year 2025 with the love of my life, expecting our firstborn with our little black dog as well, is just incredible. So to anyone that knows me personally watching this, if I've been difficult to reach this year, there's been a lot going on and I haven't been as responsive, I suppose, but I'm doing okay. Speaking of which, actually, now I am driving. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it in my videos, but back in 2018, I got my driver's license just to kind of complete it, almost like a little side quest. And it's not until a couple of weeks ago that I actually started driving, because now I live in the middle of nowhere and it actually is helpful for me to drive, especially if I'm going to become a dad. So yeah, I'm driving now, and that's cool too. So that's it. That's the pickapixel life update, the exciting news. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, subscribe down below, and I'm going to try and figure out what's wrong with this camera up here and why it's not showing on OBS. But yeah, that's going to do it from me, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. It's pickapixel.